Hello and welcome to today's video lesson. Today's lesson is about the wonderful phenomenon of tornadoes. I hope you are excited as I am to talk about tornadoes in this brief little lesson. This video is presented by me, Kid Teacher. The credits go out to chipchamp.com, which I use for my editing. Great editing source if you ever want to check it out for making your own videos. I also used Canva for this wonderful presentation. National Geographic I used for the information, and the copyrighted music I used came from chipchamp.com itself. We will be talking about the definition of tornadoes, how tornadoes develop, the United States tornado alley, where the tornadoes mostly form, the enhanced Fujita or EF scale, quick facts, and the conclusion of tornadoes. The scientific definition of tornadoes follows as violently spinning funnel-shaped columns of air that stretch from the dark thunderclouds they form in all the way to the ground. So when you say that out loud and kind of in a fast way, it can get a little confusing, so let me just break it down real quick. Me personally, I call tornadoes twisters. That's just how I do it. I find it more country. I'm not country, but I just find it cool, you know? So twisters, they are violently spinning, which means they are rotating. They are funnel-shaped, and they are columns. So that funnel-shaped column of air, they form dark thunderclouds up in the sky where the clouds are. And those thunderclouds and the funnel-shaped columns, they go down all the way to the ground, and once a tornado hits the ground, that is when it officially is formed. Little fun fact, the wind from a tornado can top to over 250 miles an hour. Now, that is faster than most race cars. Here's our lesson talk number 1. Thunderstorms form when cold, dry air is pushed over warm, humid air. When that warm air rises through the colder air, it causes an updraft, or change in wind direction if you want to think about it that way. If wind from the thunderstorms vary greatly in speed or direction, the updraft will begin to rotate, and that is where we get our spinning tornado or spinning funnel cloud. The most violent tornadoes come from supercells. You may have heard of supercells being so deadly, and yes, they are so. If you ever want to become a tornado chaser, do not chase after supercells. That is the number 1 rule. The name of scientists let me retract. Sorry, I get a little happy. But the name scientists give to large thunderstorms with winds already in rotation. I did a little miss error there and put and, not in. Now, about 1 in 1,000 thunderstorms become a supercell, and 1 in 5 or 6 supercells creates a tornado. So supercells can be rare, but they only really occur when Tornado Alley is in season, or tornado season, and that is our next topic. Here we have Tornado Alley. It is a zone in the Midwest that extends from Texas to Ohio and includes Iowa, South Dakota, Kansas, Nebraska, Oklahoma, and sometimes Arkansas. These states are in the path of warm, moist air traveling from the Gulf of Mexico, as well as cool air blowing from the Rocky Mountains. Now you might think this is the only alley in the United States. Well, you will be wrong. You also have the Carolina Alley, you have Dixie Alley, and I forget the last name of the alley, but it includes Georgia, Alabama, and then I think Mississippi. Correct me if I'm wrong. Here we have the enhanced Fujita scale, known as the EF scale, which is more enhanced, as you can tell, than the Fujita scale that was originally published. So EF zeros, which can range from 65 to 85 miles per hour, are tornadoes that damages more of taller structures like taller trees that just breaks off branches mostly, or billboard signs. The EF1s are 86 to 110 miles per hour. These damages include destroyed garages or barns and peeled off roofs so like shingles are peeled off. EF2, 111 to 135 miles per hour. Tornado may tear roofs off frame houses, obliterate mobile homes, and snap or uproot large trees. EF3s are 136 to 165 miles per hour. Tornadoes destroy interior walls of well-constructed homes. EF4s, which can range from 166 to 200 miles per hour, they will destroy interior... I said what an EF3 was. Tornadoes are capable of completely leveling a well-built home, so they can basically obliterate a well-built home with pillars and structures. Now you have an EF5, which is the most dangerous tornado of them all. These tornadoes can range from over 200 miles per hour, but more than likely will not exceed to 215 miles per hour. That is more than likely, though it can happen. So these tornadoes, they strip clean the foundation of a well-built structure and is capable of throwing automobiles over 100 meters. Here are some fun facts or little quick facts that I decided to add in. So for all their power, which we are talking about tornadoes obviously, the average tornado lasts about 10 minutes, though some can range over an hour, just like the tri-state tornado that went through 3 states, lasting, I am pretty sure, about 3 hours, and it covered over 200 miles. The tri-state tornado, it went through Missouri, Illinois, and Indiana. Those were the 3 states, and that is why it's called the tri-tornado, because it went through 3. Tri means 3. Also, a little math fun fact. The second fun fact I have is, in the northern hemisphere, about 98% of tornadoes spin counterclockwise, so 2% of tornadoes spin clockwise. Here's a little gallery of tornadoes if you just want to look at what they do. If you see on this side, I don't know if you can see my mouse, but it is the bottom right. That is the destruction that a tornado can cause to a little town. Here you have in the top left a tornado with a lightning bolt, and in the top right you have the famous Glen Powell, which my friends wanted me to add in as a little joke, because who doesn't love Glen Powell? Now we have our conclusion. So, in this video, we have explored the powerful and often devastating phenomenon of tornadoes. From their formation within severe thunderstorms to the factors influencing their intensity and path. Understanding the science behind these swirling vortexes is crucial for improving our prediction capabilities. What I mean by that is, let's think back to the 1920s or 1950s. People only had a 5-minute tornado warning or a tornado watch. Now, since it is the 2000s into now the 2020s, there is a 15, also can be a 30-minute watch for tornadoes, and that is a big, huge difference. So learning more about tornadoes can really help us. If you have any questions, comment below and I will be sure to answer them. Now, if whatever you want me to talk about that is appropriate, I will talk about. If you comment below and people like your comment because they want to hear about that, or I will just pick a random topic. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I enjoy teaching everyone about this video. Stay tuned for the next video, which will be published soon, and I can't wait to see you guys again.